What's going on, everybody? That was stolen from the Ace family. Hi, everybody. I am so excited. Can you tell? 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 Hi, guys. I hope you're good. How's everybody doing? Please just tell me how you're doing. Comment down there on the comment section and tell me how's everybody been doing. I haven't been picking up the almost said camera. I don't have that. Psych. I haven't done this in a while. Obviously, with every video of mine, it's always I'll come back. Just stay tuned. Okay, guys, let's get on with today's video. Today, we are talking about people pleasing. The title of the video is Get Inside the Head of a People Pleaser. And who might that be, you wonder? It's me. Yes, guys, I have been people pleasing for as long as I can remember. It could be something deeply embedded as the self-sabotage that I previously spoke about, but I'm going to find out as I delve into this topic. So if you're interested and want to know more about that, please hit the like button and subscribe and continue watching. Let's get on with the video. Okay, what is people pleasing? I don't know if there's a formal definition for this, but I define people pleasing as exactly that, pleasing people. So essentially, you just live your life pleasing people. Have you ever said yes to going to somebody's event even though you wanted to say no? Have you ever helped somebody even though you wanted not to help, but you felt obliged because you don't want to disappoint them? Have you ever been in a space where you felt that you don't want to be there, but you're just like, I don't want to be funny or whatever? If that is you, then you are definitely people pleasing. Period. The most common or the fundamental cause of people pleasing stems from our childhood, when we are children, obviously childhood children, and our parents don't normally ask us what we want to do, and they make us do things because they say so. And I'm very proud of this generation, even though it is a sad generation, you know, nothing is going well, there's so many uncertainties, but I think via parenthood we're doing well because we are aware and we don't want to scar our children, well, those who already have and those who want to have children. I think it's our common goal that we don't want to scar our children. We don't want to raise children that will later on want to recover from their childhood. You know, when your parent thinks for you, they do things for you, they don't reason with you, they don't ask you, they just say, we're doing this. Okay, we're taking pictures today, even though you're not feeling good or whatever, but they just do it because they said so, you know? That could be the most fundamental thing. So you get used to people thinking for you, you get used to people doing things for you to a point where you think that you do not have a voice or your voice doesn't matter. As I was growing older, meeting people and just socializing with other people, I started losing my voice and I started feeling like I wasn't worthy. I think I've mentioned this before. And I started to want validation from other people and wanting to always be on the right with people, you know, like being a nice person, basically being kind, being helpful all the time at every cost, even if I genuinely want to say no. I thought being a nice person means that. To be quite frank, I don't want to be a nice person anymore. I mean, I don't mean by this, I don't mean do not be helpful or be kind or whatever, but nice people normally are walkovers because they're so much agreeable with everything and at every given time. Let's get into the common signs that you are a people pleaser, or the things that I have noticed, at least in my life, that you're a people pleaser. I've mentioned some briefly in the beginning. Guys, please pardon the noise and every ghetto thing that is happening outside. I am not in charge of that. But I hope my beautiful face and my nice voice and my very beautiful delivery will make you not even hear the outside noise. I mean, ever heard of that saying that goes something like, if you don't stand for anything, you fall for anything? that is exactly why I do not want to be a nice person anymore, because nice people don't have their own opinion. They never offend anyone. They blend in, and that person has been me for the longest time, and I am done. Do you know why? Because I realized that the underlying fear of people pleasers is the discomfort of disappointing people or the fear of rejection. And like, guys, this was so prevalent in my life. I remember with every elderly person that I would interact with, I remember if they're not happy with me, I would always ask, do you hate me now, or are you disappointed, or do you still want to, do you want me to be your daughter, or whatever the dynamic is. That has always been in my head because I never wanted to be rejected, or are we still friends? Like, I'd always seek for that. I think I remember how this started. I'll share this briefly. When I was 6 years old, my step grandmother came to our house looking for my mom, and my mom was in trouble with them. I can't remember, but I can't divulge obviously on the internet. It's not my news. The only thing you're gonna hear about here is stuff about me. So they were in trouble. My mom was in trouble, blah blah blah. They wanted her, and I hated her. I told them I don't know where my mom is. They came back at night, guys, when we were sleeping, and she called me a snake. She called me a little snake. She told me I can't be trusted. I'm little, but I'm a schemer and whatever. And for me, like, I really loved my step grandmother. I thought I wanted her to always see like this child who's always at her best behavior, whatever, because my sister was the one who was always in trouble, never me. So when she said that, I think that was when I was like, no, I can't be a snake. I can't be not trusted, So that thing grew and it grew and it grew. It got other partners as I was growing. It got friends, and then they created an alliance, and inside me they lived and they grew and they became big and they controlled me. They took over, and now I'm losing my track. Nice people are always walking on eggshells to be safe. They're always putting other people's needs first before theirs. Like, with me as well, I would rather bear the discomfort of being in a place I don't want to be, rather than saying no to you. Like, sometimes I generally, naturally I love being around people. I love talking. I love going to places. But sometimes I'm just so depleted. But I will never say no, because I don't want to disappoint the person who's inviting me. And so I'll get there and I will act. Like, guys, I'm naturally energetic, but there are places where I know that they like that kind or that side of umpo, and I will just overdo it. Just so I know that I'm still safe. They will still want me the next day, forgetting that I am already that without having to perform, without having to be extra. They already want me. It's more like you're asking a person, tell me who I am, tell me how to wear, tell me what to wear, tell me how to look, tell me. And it gets exhausting, because then now you are not in touch with yourself. You don't know yourself. And when somebody treats you in a bad way, you can't tell them that, no, I don't like how you're treating me, because they decide how they treat you, because you have given them that right. You know that thing when they say you teach people how to treat you? That thing is very important. Like, it's very important. It's up there with God. So and I say this to not encourage people to be rude. Be assertive, not in a rude way. Yes, stand for what you stand for. Imagine being a whole 25-year-old living for other people. When are you realizing your own dreams? When there's nothing wrong with helping people. I genuinely love helping people, and I believe that me being an integral part of somebody's project or whatever doesn't take away from what I am supposed to be in life, what I'm destined to be. But if I'm doing that at my detriment, then that's when you gotta cut it, Felicia. Like, that's when it's gotta stop. If you are that person, here are the few tips that you can use to help yourself to stop pleasing people and please yourself first. You need to set your standard higher than what you reckon it to be, than what it is now. You need to take yourself serious. You need to be your number one priority. Like, I've been told this so many a times, like I cannot even count. When you genuinely don't know what that means, you won't put yourself first. You don't know what that means. Just try this. If somebody's asking you to come to their event, or somebody's asking you to do something for them, just tell them that you'll sleep on it or you'll think about it, because it can be hard for you to say no from the get-go. At least you're buying yourself time. And I advise you, don't lie, just be realistic in a very nice way. You're a nice person already. You are a nice person already, so you won't find trouble with finding the right reason to let the person down. And know that it's okay to disappoint someone if you are happy with yourself. Remember that. If you are happy with your decision, if somebody else is not happy, it's okay. If you know that you are right with God, you're right with yourself, then it's okay. You don't have to always go according to people. And if you set your standards high and your opinion's higher than everybody else's opinion then is just like a suggestion. It's not a blueprint, basically. Your opinion is not my reality. It's just your opinion. And guess what? Everybody has one. So there's nothing special about your opinion. I'm also practicing that. It's not always easy because I've been people pleasing for as long as I can remember, Another thing that you can do to combat this thing is to stop seeking validation from other people. No matter how special the person is, do not seek validation. It's normal, guys. We as human beings normally want to hear nice things from the people that we love and people that confess to love us. We want to hear nice things from them, but do not depend on it. Do not depend on validation. If it comes, it comes. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Guys, God created you in His image. You look like God. And if that doesn't sit well with the next person, tough. That's not your business. You look like God. And to add on this, you stop seeking for validation and you stop asking people who you are. You tell them. You enter the room and you introduce yourself. And these things are still a bit theoretical for me, but I do practice them sometimes. Because that thing of tell me what I should wear, think for me, sometimes, obviously, like, you're not telling people to do that, but the way you carry yourself, the way you show up for yourself shows that this person really doesn't know how to think for themselves, I remember this one time my friend took me to her friend to go help her with a paper that I had already written. This person was writing a supplementary exam, right? So my friend took me because I had already written the paper. And back then, guys, you were never gonna get anything from me because I had already convinced myself that I don't know anything. And now you want me to revisit the paper that I wrote last year, child. I don't know anything, And I got there, I actually just froze. And what's the word I'm looking for? Andiyazi man, ndazishwabani sayabona nje ndazishwabanisa ndaphela. My friend was so mad at me. She was actually reminding me this just a few days when we were talking on the phone call. And the lady we went to help, they ended up saying, why don't you help me? Asking my friend that I came with, why don't you help me? Because you can see your person is blank. It's like those words were said just yesterday. And I did act blank. Be sure of your story. Be sure of who you are. Be confident of the body you are in. Be confident of the mind you have. Be confident of everything, because each and every person is uniquely made. You have a purpose. You have an assignment that you were brought to earth for. And there's a reason why you are still alive. So many people are dying. So be intentional about the person that you are supposed to be. Not the version that somebody else likes. Not the version that somebody else prefers. Not the version that you think is the best. The version that is actually the best of you. Be that person. Show up for that person. It's only now that I'm actually being confident in the person that I am. I'm standing up for myself. If I don't like something, I don't like it. You'd rather not like me. I'm actually there because I've been treated that way before, where somebody stands for something and they like, it's either you like me or you don't. So I'm practicing that now. And guys, as I'm saying these things, I'm not preaching to you. I'm not saying I am perfect or whatever. I'm still learning. It's so hard. These are the things that I say to myself in my head when I feel myself wanting to people please, and I'm like, you don't want to go. You don't like them. Don't go to their house. And there's a saying, guys, I actually recently heard that says, you don't have to worry about fitting in if you're custom made. In closing, no one is you, and that is your power. Know yourself, understand your worth, and add text. Know that you're not everybody's cup of tea, as much as everybody is not your cup of tea. So don't expect to be accepted everywhere you go. It is okay not to be somebody's cup of tea. You'll also have the circle. Have a circle that you can be confident around so that you don't have to please those people. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you so much for continuing to support me. I see the channel growing. We are pushing 500 subscribers by the end of September, and that will come from consistency and you guys. Anne? Thank you. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. If you related, comment